Chapter 12, Sabbatical. Later that afternoon, you make your way to the Manhattan University to meet Tristan. When he sees you, he breaks into a wide smile. Long time no see, partner. Hey, you wanted to help, keep helping the agency. This is the job. Did you look over the case file I sent you? A prominent professor on ghoulish history vanishes one day after we talk with him about our case. Seems an odd coincidence, no? It would, but I don't believe in coincidence. You set off across the campus together. Tristan strolls, hands in his pockets. At the sound of an acoustic guitar reaches your ears, he smirks, nodding to a bearded hipster under a tree. You know, I think there must be one of these guys on every college campus in the world. Spoken like a former guitar guy. Me, gods no. I was just the guy who wears a suit to class every day. Was? You still wear a suit every day. And what kind of student were you in college? Let me guess. Raucous partier. As a matter of fact, I focused mainly on my studies. I paid good money to go to college. I wasn't gonna waste it partying. Spoken like a true nerd. If I'm a nerd, that makes you a nerd's rich friend hiding your coattails. So, how are we going to justify investigating the heartache killer after being thrown off the case? I still can't believe the media's dubbed him then, but it doesn't matter today. I'm not investigating him. I'm looking for a missing person for a client. Sneaky. I like that side of it. So, what's our first step? Well, the college said one of Reese's TAs, Shojin Shao, could help us. I've been trying her phone all afternoon, but she's not answering. Even talked to her roommate. She said Sojin was still on campus. Thought she might be busy with her co-ed frat, Psi Theta Theta? Well, I don't know where the Sojin is, but I have a feeling she'll be attending a distinguished educational conference this evening. How the hell did you reach that conclusion? He points to a group of students in the Psi Theta Theta hoodies carrying a keg and other party supplies. Please don't tell me that means what I think it does. Yep. Later that night, you and Kristen stand outside the Psi Theta Theta house, music blasting as college students filter in and out. You know, before I met you, I went to a lot of your parties for work. Isn't your life more exciting now? Come on. Let's just see if Sojin is in there. Inside, students mill around the house in small clusters, chatting, drinking beer, and playing video games. You notice stares and whispers following you. See? There. This isn't so bad. I prefer this to our last party. College parties, again. They're familiar, normal even. And with significantly fewer cultists. Oh my god, is that who I think it is? It looks like him, but what would Tristan Thorne be doing at a college party? Oh, you caught me. I thought I'd drop by the old stomping grounds with my friend. No way, you're Psi Theta Theta? I've never heard that. International chapter. My friend here is looking for someone named Sojin Shao. Is she a member? Yeah, but I don't really do parties. Though Sojin sometimes comes with her girlfriend, Anna. I think I saw them by the bar earlier. Thanks for the tip. We'll take a look around. You scan the party and around the room. You spy a group of pledges doing flaming shots, grad students debating something, while others play a game. Don't be a baby, just light it and drink it. Bro, it's a valid critical lens. You have to engage with the text on its own terms. Would you rather, get a permanent tattoo that says potato and Comic Sans, or eat nothing but potatoes for the rest of your life? So this is where he was before Wake the Dead. Well, Chloe, which activity strikes your fancy first? Interrupt, would you rather? Check out the flaming shots. Join the great debate. Make your way over to a group of students having a spirited debate. Nah, man. You're misconstruing the text. They address all that in the lore. I'm talking about the mechanics. The text of a game isn't the game itself. It's our subjective experience of it. Folcott said... Homie, do you hear yourself right now? It's Pokemon. Why are you bringing Folcott into this? I've changed my mind. I don't want to talk to these people. Let's flee. The two students look up as Tristan speaks. Here, let's ask this guy. Do you think Pokemon supports a shelter colonist ethos? Chloe, help. Tristan... This guy's just being pretentious. I have no idea what he's talking about, but it feels like someone's trying way too hard to sound clever. She nailed you, dude. Look, we're not here to discuss video games with you. We're looking for Sojin. Is she the one Anna was hanging out with, by the pool? No, that's somebody else. I think her name is Jess. She goes to a different school. Damn, I was really hoping to have a reason to check out the pool. Make your selection. Or head outside. We'll do flaming shots. At the bar, an older sorority girl walks a pledge through how to drink a flaming shot while a crowd of others look on. Relax, don't overthink, just light the shot, drop it in the glass, and drink. The pledge squeals as she drops the flaming concoction into the beer glass and tosses it back. A second later, she lifts an empty cup, triumphant. Boom! Kiss my ass! I roll! Hey, we're looking for... You wanna go? Right on, versus mode. Let's do it! Before you can protest, Tristan's already pouring a drink into a lighter. We're in Rome. I'm working. I'm not. You look around, the other pledges cheer excitedly. The sorority girl pours a fresh drink and gets ready to light it. On three. 1, 2... Tristan, no, don't be a... What do they call it? I don't know. Anyway, square, there we go. You roll your eyes and click the lighter on. Watch, I'm gonna do mine the Dracovian way. If we wind up in the ER, I'm gonna be pissed. The sorority girl lights her shot, plucks it in their beer, and drinks. You light Tristan's, and he downs the flaming shot. No way! Tristan slams the glass on the table, a flame still dancing in the bottom of the glass. Zerdrova! This guy rolls. Wow, I think I just changed my mind about joining this house. This is stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Can we please get back to business? Yes. We need to speak to Soja. Cho, have any of you seen her? Yeah, she was hiding behind a curtain earlier. Why would she do that? Oh, who knows with her. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Sojin to bits, but she is, like, so high-strung lately. If you see her, tell her Kendra said to come do shots with us. I'll keep that in mind. Interrupt the rat, would you rather? Make your way over to the group of students playing a game of Would You Rather. Okay, would you rather get to meet aliens, but you never get to return to Earth again, or be stuck in your house forever? Go with aliens. The first one, no question. You'd leave us all behind? Yes, I would. And then I would convince the aliens to come back and just assimilate, like, half of the planet, while destroying the other half. There's a reason. You know what? You want to know? Ask in the comment section below. Excuse me, we're looking for Sojin Cho. Anybody seen her? Maybe, but you both have to answer a riddle first. I accept your challenge, Finks. Would you rather fight 10 polar bears the size of a small duck, or 1 duck the size of a polar bear? The big duck, I enjoy a challenge. Though, ideally, I'd prefer not to fight any animals at all. Oh, yeah, that question's mean. Think how cute the little polar bears would be, like, bitey hamsters. Yeah, no, I'd end up taming them and going for world domination with the polar bears. And for you, would you rather have the power to be invisible, but you have to be naked, or read minds, but you can't turn it off? Have constant mind reading. Not being able to turn it off would quickly, though. Imagine hearing every little thing that popped into my head all day. Yeah, but it's proven scientifically that 50 to 60% of the population at minimum actually do not have inner thoughts. Seriously, they have a blank mental slate. They actually don't think. There's no, like, inner voice. I already do, but we'd know where Sojin is by now. We ran into her earlier. She was looking for her girlfriend, Anna, but she was acting all shady about it. Shady how? Well, you think she was hiding behind the curtain. Like, she didn't want anybody to know she was here. Translation, relationship drama. Uh-huh. Well, if you see her again, we're looking for her. You wander towards the back door, where you hear a voice from outside. So, hey Sojin, Killian, Steve, and I are gonna play Jackbox in a minute. You want in? Outside, you spy a nervous-looking girl crouch behind a fern. Yep, this is how people act. What? No thanks, I'm busy with, no! Sojin, what are you doing down there? Let me guess, you lost your phone in a fern too? Just get down! You're gonna give me away! Yeah, the person behind a fern won't give yourself away. You follow Sojin's gaze across the backyard and over the pool. The blonde is laughing and talking animatedly. She touches the brunette on the knee. Hiding from the two by the diving board? Yes. What do they look like they're doing to you? I think they're flirting. She's got her hand on her leg. It's pretty obvious to me. But they could just be friends, right? Like a platonic hand on the leg. That's a thing sometimes. Yeah, but it's super rare. Yeah. Crap! Damn it! I knew it! I'm sorry. What's going on? Who are those people? The one with the blonde hair is Anna. She's my girlfriend, and I think she's cheating on me, but I can't prove it. Wait, why am I even telling you this? Who are you? Well, I can't speak to the first question, though I've been told I have naturally trustworthy eyes. As to the second, Detective Chloe Rose. This is Tristan Thorne. We're looking into Professor Reese's disappearance. Wow, I didn't think you'd actually give me the time of day. The police didn't. The department barely did. We were told to talk to you. As I understand, Reese goes on frequent sabbaticals? Sorta. He gets caught up in a project and goes tunnel vision. Next thing you know, it's a week's gone by. Usually he'll shoot me a text about a big new discovery at the least, but this time he's just gone. Tell me about these sabbaticals. Well, so he has tenure here, but he also has volunteers with a couple of groups that specialize in recovering lost and stolen artwork. Every now and then he'll have some breakthrough and just poof, gone. Gets around the world to recover some statue or something. I didn't have him pegged as an Indiana Jones type. The opposite, really. Once he called me from a McDonald's in Poland with a car full of Hokusai wood blocks. He said a goat ate his wallet. Okay, I'm not gonna even dive into that. Any chances you could show us the professor's office on campus? Oh, I mean, yeah, of course, but, She glances towards the girl across the pool and back at you. But you have some spying to do. We've been together for 3 years. I just have to know. I feel like I'm going crazy here. What if the detective and I were to investigate for you? Someone of our talents could crack a case like this in minutes. I mean, if you're offering, I'm not gonna say no. Oh, and if you take over here, I could run back to my cargo bag. I have a file that might help you. What kind of file? An administration report about Professor Reese, his most recent tenure review. It got mixed up in some papers I was grading for him. See? There's a bona fide clue in it. Seems like a no-brainer to me. Diamond choice. Okay, we'll do it. This file had better be worth it. Thanks so much. I'll be right back. Just keep an eye on them while I'm gone, and if they start doing anything, you know, we'll take a picture. Don't worry, this is my first rodeo. You have nothing to worry about, the good old detective here. Sojin breathes a sigh of relief and races off. Tristan shakes his head with a sigh. Oh, to be so young and riddled with anxiety over love. People still do it, older than you. Come on, let's get out of from behind this plant. My knees are cramping. Yep, wait till you hit your 30s, you know? You and Tristan take up a spot closer to the diving board, acting casual as you eavesdrop. So, do you want to go hiking this weekend? I can't, I'm sorry, I have plans. How are you busy every time I try to make plans with you? My god, it's not every time. Can you be more dramatic? Anna nudges between the ribs. Jess laughs nervously, tucking her hair behind her ear. That body language doesn't scream platonic to me. So it's not just me. There's definitely something going on between those two. Yep. I think Jess is definitely attracted to Anna. You think? Seems pretty mutual to me. No, because she keeps dodging the plans. Yeah, but the nervous hair tuck? Classic attracted move. Regardless, we need a smoking gun if we want to prove anything. Come on, Jess, I have a surprise for you. Yeah, I bet I can guess what it is. Looks like this could be our chance. Anna and Jess get up, heading across the party together. You rise to follow them, but lose sight of them in the crowd. Crap, did you see which way they went? Just that they went heading towards the back? You look towards the back of the yard. There's a shadowy pool house and a gate to the parking lot. Heading somewhere private. Bet you $5 I can guess why. You make your way across the yard and kneel outside the pool house window. Bingo. They can't get away. Inside, Jess pivots in the center of the room as Anna shuts the door. You can just make out their muffled voices going through the glass. Okay, let's see the surprise. I lied, there isn't one. I just wanted to get you alone. Ouch. I'm so shocked. Jess rolls her eyes and turns away. Anna saunters up behind her, slides an arm around her waist, and kisses her on the neck. Anna, I didn't come here to this party hook up. I told you I wanted to talk tonight, so let's talk for real. So, what is there to talk about? I like you, you like me. That's not enough anymore, seriously. What even are we? Anna pouts and steps close, crooking a finger under Jess's chin. Baby, you know I don't like to put labels on things. What? Are you bored with me already? You know I'm not. It's been a year, Anna. It's label time. Are we dating or doing this or not? Well, is this enough for a smoking gun for you? Keep listening. You put your ear to the glass again. I want to know if this is important to you as it is to me. Of course it is. Then when are you going to invite me to your place, or introduce me to your friends? I invited you to this party, didn't I? Yeah, after I twisted your arm, and I noticed you introduced me as your friend 3 times. You move away from the glass and look to Tristan. Looks like Sojin was right. I think this case is pretty open and shut. You head back to the party and wait for Sojin. Not long after, she hurries back, out of breath, looking towards the pool. Well, where'd they go? Did you see anything? You can say that. She's cheating on you. I'm sorry. We saw Anna kiss her. Do you have proof? If you have proof, I need to see it. Sojin, I heard it myself. Pull your phone out and show her the picture. She bites her lip, firmly shaking her head. No, this doesn't prove. She's just touching your chin. That could be platonic. Oh, you are in doubt, girl. They're standing 2 inches apart alone in a pool house at a massive party. How much proof do you need? Sojin eyes waters, fist curling into balls. She lifts her gaze, expression steely. You said they're in the pool house? Yeah, but what are you planning to barge in? Here we go. She whirls, stomping off across the party. Yeah, this will be good. Yeah. Or it'll be a crime scene. Come on. Outside the pool house, Sojin pounds on the door. The door opens a crack. Anna pokes her head out and looking shocked. Baby, what are you doing here? Don't baby me, you lying skank. I knew I wasn't crazy. Anna, what's going on? Who is this? I'm the girlfriend. What? No, I'm the girlfriend. Seriously, Anna? Again? You said we were gonna be exclusive now. What do you mean, again? Jeez, how many people is Anna dating? I wish I'd brought popcorn. Got some. I can go make some if you want. Baby, I can explain. Which baby are you talking to? Jess and Sojin look at each other, and then nod, and push Anna in the pool together. Jess turns to Sojin, tears in her eyes. I'm so sorry. I had no idea you two were together. Don't be. This isn't your fault or mine. This is all Anna. Classic Anna. We're both better than this. You two have your whole lives ahead of you. Trust me, the right person is worth waiting for. I pretty much agree. You see Tristan's gaze flick to you for a brief moment as Jess leaves, so Sojin turns to you. Thank you. I believe I owe you something in return. That's honestly, just a quick thought, that is honestly how you should handle these situations. If that person does not know, and there's a lot of times that your significant other, when they are doing the deed, they have not informed the other person that they are with someone. Most times. No joke. So, don't look at that person and be really super angry when it's most likely the person that you thought was only for you. Yeah, no, they did it to themselves and you. One very brisk walk across the campus later, Sojin leads you and Tristan to Professor Reese's office. I still can't believe her. She was always trying to convince me that I was paranoid, but my instincts were perfect. Well, at least you found out now. I'm sorry it led to a crappy night, though. Are you kidding me? I'm jacked right now. Knowing I was right feels like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. It actually does. Sojin slashes her student ID card through the reader and the office door beeps satisfyingly. Anyway, thanks again. Oh, and before I forget, here's a file I promised you. I hope you find Professor Reese. He's weird, but I still hope you find him. We'll do our absolute best. Rose and Thorn are on the case. Sojin laughs and leaves you and Tristan alone just outside the professor's office. She opened the file. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. Oh, it's a dossier. Alright, area specialization, Celtic languages, linguistic theory. Okay, creepy, pretentious, censored, he's fine, but I'd rather learn from someone more active in the field. Can we get an instructor on bleeding edge of the sociolinguists? He hasn't published anything in 2 years. He's done fine work for the department for years, but his research has been suffering as of late. Professor Reese is in violation of his tenure, which requires at least 1 published research article per year in an approved academic journal. So he's on the verge of losing his job, actually. And it's also filed by Luke Watanabe. Interesting. Sounds like both students and the faculty had issues with him. These are some harsh reviews. Seems his research articles have come up empty as well. 2 years is a long time without anything to show for it. If it's true, he was on the verge of losing tenure, that might have put him on a position to do something desperate. Desperate enough to kill? Maybe his office will tell us more. Unless he's dead in it! Inside his office, you find chaos, books and file boxes. Fill the room, paper and photos, cover a chalk or corkboard. A chair lays toppled, the desk askew, the musk of rotten banana filling the air. Dear Lord, I feel like I just stepped into the man's brain. Don't slip on the banana, though. You pick your way through the mess to the corkboard. It's covered in real estate and financial documentation. Auction lot purchased by Ann Bastion. Sounds like our boy was investigating our case. Your foot crunches on something. A shattered teacup. Next to it, you see the desk papers hanging open. Some signs of violence here. Someone emptied the desk, too. Drawers. You follow scraps of paper to a metal trash can nearby. It's black with the dredges of recent fire. Ashes flutter in the breeze from an open window. How much do you want to bet these ashes are all that remain of whatever was in that desk? What do you think happened here? I think Reese stumbled onto something. There's no way he did all this in just the last week. I think Reese was researching the Hanamara way before we came along. You think he lied to us? Admitted. Anyway. Well, if he discovered something, he could have published it. That way he would have been able to save his job and everything else. So, he was stuck on something. Some unanswered question about them that he'd given up on. And then we came along and set the ball rolling again. I point to the corkboard, the file boxes, and this shattered coffee cup. He digs out his old work, goes down the rabbit hole, then boom, lightning bolt. He cracks the case, goes racing out of here to follow up. What do you suppose he was trying to answer? He said that hand disappeared in the 50s, right? Maybe he was trying to figure out what happened to them. Or where it happened. We should get in touch with the campus security tomorrow, pull footage from every camera they have, try to retrace the steps. Kristen nods absently, but he's staring at the corkboard intently. He pulled zoning clearances, watershed evaluations, land holdings, inventories. Why was he so obsessed with real estate? You scrutinize the board closely and notice a slight indentation on one of the documents. Hang on, there's something here. Grab a pencil off the desk and then brush it lightly again across the surface of the paper, revealing the faint imprint of words written on another sheet. Digging through to this one. 16 Blake Hill Drive. It's an address. Care to house hunt with me? Be still, my beating heart. An hour later, you pull up outside a gabbled mansion a few miles outside the city. Huh, I was expecting something more, I don't know, sinister. This looks like every dreary McMansion in New... Appearances can be deceiving. Park over to the side here. I want to scope the place out first. Why? Let's just go in there. It's not like a warrant would help us. We're already on thin ice with Thompson and the mayor. We need to be 100% sure before we break in, or we're screwed. You know, I find all these rules and limitations bothersome. Just think of a chance to... prove them wrong. Just think of the look on their faces if we crack the case. I don't think anything would make me happier. As Tristan shuts the car off, you open a text to Luke. Hey, it's late. Mind pulling info on an address for me? 16 Blake Hill Drive. This is the missing persons case you're supposed to be working? Or the one you're specifically not supposed to be working? Yes. Tristan, really rubbing off on you. I'll see what I can do. I mean, technically, it is about the professor, which is the missing persons case. You close the text and turn your gaze to the house in front of you. Miss anything? Yeah, a leaf fluttered in the wind. Quite scandalous, in fact. I meant the house. In that case, no, all quiet. The place doesn't even seem occupied. Hopefully Luke can confirm that soon. If we're going to trespass, I'd prefer not to get caught by the owners. I don't know. I think the average American diner would be much livelier with a detective and Prince interrupting. Minutes tick by, a half an hour, but the house remains perfectly still. Tristan groans. Oh, God, we could be here all night. How do you pass the time on these things? Coffee. Seriously, coffee. And just tunnel visioning at the house. Don't ask me how I know this, I just know this. Music, podcasts, games, whatever. Not if you're trying to listen! Oh, I know. Why don't we play that little party game the college kids were enjoying? Would you rather? I don't know. Oh, come on! It'll help break up the monotony. And besides, don't you think a rousing game would bond us for life? Diamond choice. Guess we'll play the game. Okay, you made your point. Let's play. We've got time to kill. Alright, at long last, I've cracked the shell of the hardened detective. Or maybe I finally got you alone with nowhere to go. Gasp! I've been outmaneuvered! Just ask your silly question. Alright, let's begin with something light. Would you rather swim with a great white shark or give a speech to 1,000 people with no time to prepare? I assume you've done the latter. I've done both, but this is not about what... This is about what you would do, not me. A speech without any prep. Hell, I'd even do a musical number naked on TV before I get in the water with a shark. You know, I could make that happen. Yeah, just because I said I'd rather do it doesn't mean I will. He chuckles, stretching, you recline in your seat and put a foot on the dash. I believe it's your turn. Go on, ask me something steamy. Well, now I want to ask you about books or something just to be contrary. If you think talking about books doesn't qualify as steamy, I'm afraid it's not going to work between us, darling. I have an idea for a question, but I need to know your favorite fictional character. Dr. Stephen Maturin of Aubrey Maturin series. Who? Paul Bettany's character and Master and Commander, Doctor and Spy, aboard a British frigate in the Napoleon Wars, dashing brooder. Never heard of it, but this all tracks. Okay, if you had to choose between Dr. Stephen Maturin and me, would you rather solve crimes with? Maturin, certainly. I feel like I should be insulted. Nothing personal, but investigating crimes with you is hard and scary. Most of Maturin's detective work involves boats. I could solve boat crimes. I've no doubt, but your services are required here. That still wasn't really an answer. Lights flash across the ceiling from a car. Turning into the street, you sit up for a moment, peering towards the house. Yeah, still nothing. If this isn't a waste of time. Always in such a hurry. It's my job to be in a hurry, especially in a missing persons case. Maybe. But I think you really just hate sitting still. Yeah, listen, me too, okay? Me too. I have to keep my mind busy or I go insane. Ever thought I can't just stand hanging out with you for all the night? If you really found me as irritating as you claim, you would have found a way to be rid of me by now. Besides, I've heard you on Truth Serum. You can't deny your feelings. Be that as it may, a lot has happened since. I'll admit, you're useful to have around, like a pet dog, nothing more to it than that. Oh, in that case, I have a question to put to the test. Suppose this case was over tomorrow. Genovoshi said you had to choose. Would you rather keep me as a partner, but our relationship remains strictly and utterly platonic? Or never work with me again and see what happens between us? I'd rather reject the premise. Because you want both? Maybe I want neither. If I'm going to answer your railroaded question, it'll be on my terms. He smirks, your fingers brush together on the console, neither of you make an effort to move away. Let me turn the tables. I have a serious question, so resist the urge to crack a joke. I'll try to contain myself. You stare out the window, collecting your thoughts, not daring to look at Tristan. Suppose we did decide to see what happens or whatever. Suppose it became something. And then tomorrow, you got the chance to go home again. I don't think there's much danger of that happening. But you can't guarantee that. No, I cannot. And I can't just leave New York. My job is here. My life is here. I nailed sharply and turned to watch Tristan's expression. If you had to choose, would you rather stay in New York with me or return to Jakovia? Never to return here. Honestly, I have no idea. I'd like to say I've gotten used to living without my homeland, my family, so much that I never need to see either again, but that would be a lie. Which isn't to say that I'd go sprinting back. It would depend on what I was returning to and what I'd be leaving behind. He saw eyes running his hand down his face. Sorry, I can't give you a more straightforward answer. Better a messy truth than a pretty lie. My turn. If hypothetically you were interested in me, would you still be now? Despite not knowing what the future holds. Yes. A mix of conflicting emotions plays across his face. It could be dangerous for you. Emotionally, career-wise, going in a situation without knowing what to expect. Well, this is a hypothetical, and you don't scare me. Your hands turn towards one another, fingertips rushing together, neither of you willing to cross the unspoken line. Anyway, I think we've gone way deeper than Would You Rather is supposed to go. I don't know. I like the chance of going deep with you. Ah. But, in that case, maybe you'll indulge me with one last question. Only one? You take a deep breath. Shh, listen, Brian. And raise your gaze, looking Tristan directly in the eyes. It's a big question. About your past. You mean about Juliana? Yes. I don't want to push you, but what happened on that yacht? He's silent for a long time, staring out the window. Just when you think he's not going to answer. We've been drinking. A little. She and I. Not a lot, but enough. The waters were choppy. We'd weighed anchor in the path of a squall. The report said it was nothing to worry about, but still. He looks right ahead, gaze unwavering. He continues, voice strangely flat, as if reading a phone book. We went to bed together. Not sure what time, honestly, I don't remember anything. When I woke up, she was gone. Panicked. I didn't follow proper safety procedures. Wasted valuable time searching in vain. Makes eye contact with you, sadness creeping back in. They found her a few days later, up the coast, face down. What happened? An autopsy wasn't clear. The condition of her body was... He chokes on his words. You reach for his hand, giving him the strength to continue. They said it was likely a head injury. Tripped on a loose topsail rope, went over to the side. Dead before she hit the water. Oh, Tristan, I'm so sorry, but that's not your fault. You couldn't have... You're wrong, it is my fault. I killed her. I was supposed to tie the topsail rope up the night before, and I have no memory of doing so. Tristan, that doesn't mean you didn't. It doesn't mean I did either. Memories are tricky, especially after a traumatic event. Just because I've been through that night in my mind so many times, I can't do it again. Not right now, and I'm sorry. No, sorry needed. I get it. Thank you for telling me the truth. I understand if this affects your opinion of me. I wouldn't... Stop. It doesn't. It won't. You squeeze his hand with both of yours, meeting his gaze. I care about you. Nothing could change that. I just want to make sure you're okay. Tristan hangs his head, almost touching yours. I don't know what I did to deserve a partner like you. It helps that you're quite persistent. I'm a man who knows what he wants. You feel your breath catch as Tristan closes the distance, touching his forehead to yours. And what do you want? Your heart quickens, pounding so fast you swear you can hear it. Tristan leans in close enough you can feel the warmth of his breath. I want... He cups the back of your neck, your lips parting in anticipation. When the cup holder buzzes, you and Tristan immediately spring apart. You grab your phone and read the text from Luke. Thanks, Luke. So that address, it's vacant, classified as a historic site. Owned by a non-profit since the 70s, the Blake Hill Preservation Society. I know that name. Was in a newspaper article at the cult party. Well, did you know that the nice McMansion you're staring at isn't the original? Used to be another mansion there. Let me guess, it burned down sometime in the 50s. Okay, seriously, WTF? Why do you even need me around? 'Cause you're pretty faced. What else am I gonna... Who else am I gonna one-up from time to time? What is it? You look like you're about to burst. We were about to kiss. That was why I'm about to burst. Remember how the old Hand of Mahara had headquarters that burned down? I think I just figured out the address. Oh. Pull around the other side of the house. I want to see something. Tristan pulls the car around the other side of the dark house. You peer through the hedges and an iron-barred fence. Funny how the front looks like perfection, while the back needs maintenance. I wonder which side of the interior matches. I think it's time we find out ourselves. As you peer through the locked gate, you notice fresh tire tracks leading across the lawn to a car tucked up against the ivy. How much you want to bet that that car with the Manhattan U plates belongs to a missing professor we found? I certainly wouldn't bet against you. You rattle the iron gate, eager to investigate more. Ah, damn, locked. Get a boost. Help me get up there. Happily. Tristan creates a step with his hands. You place your foot on him and brace yourself on the fence. Ready on 3, 2. You pull with all of your might as Tristan boosts you up. You straddle the top, then look below. Got it. You reach back down to help him pull him up. A few seconds later, you both drop to the ground on the other side. Let's go and keep low. We don't know who else is here. The front door creaks open as you sneak in, taser first. Tristan retrieves a fire poker from the nearby furnace and follows close behind, speaking quietly. What tacky interior decorating. Lucifer, be quiet. In pristine condition. Looks like the furniture's never been used. No dust either. It would seem... this part of the house is for show. This place is a stock photo. Whatever we're looking for, all this crap is here to hide it. A place like this isn't cheap to hold on to. Neither is furnishing it. Must be one valuable secret. Or a really ugly one. You move down the hallway, aiming your taser into the rooms one at a time, but they're all just as artificial as the last. At the end of the hall, Tristan holds up a hand, stopping you. Hold on, do you feel that? No? Tristan slips his free hand into yours and lifts up your arm. A cold draft of air waves past you. You follow it to an old grandfather clock and tap the wall. There's a hollow space behind here. Something tells me it's not the Batcave. Tristan leans in, trailing a finger along a seam in the wall. I can get it open, cover me. Tristan pushes and tugs at the clock, looking for a way through. You put your back to him, scanning up and down the corridor, increasingly tense. Any luck? I don't like being exposed like this. He won't budge. He thinks I got some kind of puzzle. Maybe we have to set the hands to a certain time. Try... 7. No dice. When in doubt, there's always brute force. Try the other numbers, you idiot! Oh my god. Tristan jams a fire poker into the seam of the wall and pries it open. The stone grinds inside the wall, painfully loud. So much for stealthy approach. Behind the wall, you find a pitch-black tunnel mouth. Tristan pulls his phone flashlight on and shining it over your shoulder as you inch down the slopey corridor. Wonder how deep this goes. Yep, I'm not doing this one. Your footsteps echo off the stone. The walls close in, just in ghostly memory. You're trying to answer, but your mouth feels dry. Shallow brass coming too fast. The sound of a stadium organ echoes far away. Do you hear that? Hear what, Chloe? Reach out to steady yourself against the damn wall. Suddenly, you're back in the other tunnel, outside the box 32. The air close, damp, smell of stale popcorn making your stomach turn. No, not here. Anywhere but... Chloe! Tristan's touch on your shoulder forces you away from your dark memories and back to the present. What's going on? You're hyperventilating. I'll be fine. I was just... thinking. You feel Tristan's worried gaze on you while you scan the hallway. The light from the phone flickers over the scorched wall paneling and ancient scraps of carpet, the edges singed black. What happened down there? Perhaps the original Hannah Maharat decided to host one of those American barbecues I've heard so much about. We've already seen one cult party get out of hand. I'd hate for history to repeat itself. Around the next corner ahead of you, the corridor goes on, ever steeper and darker. To your left, a small alcove hides an iron door bearing the 3-arrow symbol. Hey, Tristan, shine the light over there. Looks like this is some kind of panic room. His phone flashes across the door, revealing a charred outline of a person etched on the floor. Above, burned handprints are seared on the door. Someone sure wanted in badly. If someone died trying to get in there, it's gotta be something important. Maybe there's something left over about the hand. You try the door, but it won't budge. Tristan runs a hand along the wall, knocking at the various bricks. The whole point of a panic room is to be quickly accessible. If it's anything like our palace, I bet there's a hidden switch around her. And you think you can find it? You forget I grew up in a palace full of secret passages. I could find this in my sleep. Care to take a quick detour and find what secrets the hand left us? Diamond choice. Explore the panic room. Alright, we'll see what magic trick you've got up your sleeves. Well, in our palace, the panic room entrance was a lever disguised as a rock. Tristan stoops, picking around the ground, or poking around it. You feel along the walls. What are you doing? You had a rock lever. I had to hide a key in a false brick. Maybe they did too. Aha! You take a brick loose. Something shiny glimmers from inside. Strange key. Oh yeah. That's a bad guy key if I ever saw one. Chapter 12. Chapter 13 gives us something new. Clearly they're not going for that many chapters with this book, unfortunately. Insert the key into the rusty lock with a considerable effort. Tristan helps you pull it open, metal screeching on stone. Inside, you find a cramped room with sparse furnishings, a rotten mattress on a bunk bed, shelves stocked with canned goods, and an old telephone on a desk. And I thought the other rooms had tacky furniture choices. Why isn't this room burned like the rest? Because it's called a safe room for a reason. Because it's a panic room? Or isn't a panic room, it's a bomb shelter. You move deeper into the room, noting the various items left behind. I'm gonna go with the dagger. Amidst canned goods older than you are, you discover an old knife. Beneath the grime and rust, you make out the ghoulish ruins. Well, don't you look familiar? Just like the killers. Well, close, but not quite. It's not as well made. I think the knife is that knife's grandpa. You squint at the blade, inspecting it more closely. There's blood on it, chips in the metal too. This was used on someone, maybe multiple someones. It's not our victim, then who? You set the knife down carefully and step away. Okay, stuffed frog. Near the bed, you find a singed frog. Its fur practically disintegrates at your touch. Who were you and being kept company down here? Looks like it belonged to a kid. You flip the frog over, studying the foot. Some monogrammed initials here. I think it says BB. Bruce Banner, Buffalo Bill, Bob Barker. Really? But the frog gives no answers. You set him back down on the bed. What do you look at? Old book. Pick up the old book on the desk. Its page is yellowed with age. The Great Chase by Mathis Blake. Seems all roads lead to him. Well, this is Blake Hill after all. Bet you he was the original homeowner. You thumb through and read a passage at random. The fool is generous. He feeds the hungry, clothes the poor, and calls himself their savior. The game warden is strict. He teaches others to hunt, skin, cook for themselves, those too weak to learn to perish. Their bodies become the forest, food for the food. The village grows stronger. This is the hand of economics. Yep. Just when I thought they couldn't get any worse, they upped the stakes. Every cult needs a manifesto. You toss the book back down and wipe your hand on your clothes, feeling something stained. Or somehow stained. You and Tristan return to the door, skimming over the room once more. So what's the verdict, Detective? You explored the bunker with Tristan. I don't know what this room is, but I think Reese was wrong about the original Hand of Mahara. They weren't like our version. They were just rich idiots playing games. What are you saying? I think they killed people down... Just then, a haunting wail echoes up the corridor. Please tell me that was a ghost. I don't believe in ghosts. Let's go. I do. Whee! Let's still go! You grip your taser tightly and take off running. It's a revenant! No, I'm kidding. You quickly arrive at the end of your journey. An underground catacomb, the walls filled with skulls. At the center of it all stands an altar chained on top. Someone there. Please help me. Before... You see the professor struggling, covered in blood. Tristan takes a step forward, but you reach up to stop him, shaking your head in warning. The killer could still be here. We have to help him. Sweep the room. You snapped your senses, checking the corners. If there's anybody in here, you're outnumbered. Come out with your hands up. So, many new visitors. How did you find this place? Tristan follows as you stalk along the wall. Reese gurgles from the altar. Plaintive cries, growing increasingly quiet. Did she send you to me? A fellow disciple? That's right. We're here to learn. Why don't you come out and teach us? Liar, you're not with like me. Not chosen, I see now. A familiar mask floats out from behind a pillar as a killer steps into view. You've been sent here to test me! The killer charges, bronze mass zigzagging through the darkness. Aim your taser at him as the hulking finger surges towards you. Chloe, look out! Tristan leaps in front of you, stabbing out of the fire poker. But the killer ducks the blow and barrels right through him. Tristan collapses against the wall and suddenly the killer is right on top of you. Yeah, that's skill right there. We're so close, I won't let you ruin it! Get off me! You wrestle over your taser, swinging wildly through the air. You notice that one of the killer's wrists is bandaged. I should pull the trigger, knee him in the groin, go for the wrist. You twist your taser backwards, jamming his injured wrist the wrong way. Ah! I'm sorry, does that hurt? He shoves you into a wall, your taser clattering to the floor as he turns to flee for the exit. Oh, no you don't. From the floor, Tristan slams the poker into his ankle. Oh, ow. The killer goes down, sprawling. Tristan clambers on top of him. Vermin! Trespassers! Thieves! Oh, shut up already! Tristan smashes the fire poker into the mask, cracking the corner. He pulls the iron back and slams it into the killer's arm. The killer reaches into a sleeve and pulls a knife. It glimmers, arching upwards. Tristan struggles, the blade drawing closer. Tristan, look out! You cast about in the dark, searching for your fallen taser. You dive for the taser, whirl and take aim just in time to see the knife sink into Tristan's side, bearing itself to the hilt. Ugh! No! The killer kicks Tristan off and scrambles for the exit. Blood dripping from his arm, you aim at his back, vision doubled, hand shaking. Shoot! I wish we had a real one. The charged darts fly across the room, hitting him square in the back. His body convulses, but he manages to pull them out, staggering down the tunnel. Get back here. You take a step to pursue, and Tristan's moan of pain stops you short. You drop to his side, tear a strip of cloth from your clothing, frantically applying pressure to the knife wound. You're gonna be alright, okay? You hear me? I'm gonna get you some help. Where's your phone? Tristan's phone clatters to the floor as his eyelids flitter, blood pouring between your fingertips. Chloe, I'm so sorry. Huh. well, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and if you like supporting me and my content. Without further ado, what'd you think? Sorry about being a little late. Basically, just life being life, yo. It's all I'll say. Life being life. Again, hopefully you did enjoy. And, hopefully you enjoyed Wake the Dead as well. Feel free to check that out. There is a message at the end of the video. I'm not going to go back into detail of it, but yeah, no. Yeah, you should really listen to it. And, yeah, that's all I'll say. Peace out.